Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new around here, thanks for stopping by, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for coming back to watch another video. It is so good to have you here with me again today. As a soon-to-be mother of four, currently on maternity leave, I know exactly how expensive it can be raising a family. Between grocery bills, household bills, utility bills, nursery fees, after school clubs, so many different expenses. You can see how quickly all these expenses start to add up. While we're currently in the thick of this cost of living crisis and all our expenses are on the rise, I've been thinking of different ways to reduce my household expenses where I can, and I thought it would be really good to share some of those ideas with you in this video to kind of inspire you to start trying these cost cutting measures at home as well. Because while there are so many expenses that are beyond our control, there are things that we can do to reduce our expenses on a daily, weekly and monthly basis. So with that being said, stay tuned for today's video where I'm going to share with you some of the practical things that you can do to save money on your home expenses. First things first is to make your own cleaning products. I don't know about you, but I up until now have been a product junkie when it comes to cleaning stuff. If I see an advert for a new cleaning product, I definitely want to try it. If I see a new cleaning detergent, I'm like, oh, let me see if that's any good. And those costs can quickly add up. Not only can cleaning products be very expensive and the costs add up quickly, they're also not very great for you. A lot of them, if you look at the ingredients, they can be very harmful to the skin and to our overall health. And not to mention the impact that some of these products probably have on the environment too. So what you can do is consider making your own cleaning products at home. It really doesn't take much to make these cleaning products. You can use products like vinegar, lemon and baking soda, and that can really create a powerful cleaning agent. There's so many different recipes available online, and even if you just search on YouTube, you'll find so many recipes for your DIY cleaning products, and that's going to save you quite a few pounds on a monthly basis. Another thing to try if you haven't done so already is to switch the light bulbs in your house to LED light bulb. If this is something you haven't done, now's the time to do it. Not only are they more energy efficient, but they also last way longer than traditional light bulbs. So even though they may cost a little bit more upfront, in the long run, you're going to save yourself so much more money because they last literally forever, or it feels like that anyway. Another thing you can try to do is to use a slow cooker for cooking some of your meals. A slow cooker is a great way for you to save money on your grocery bills, and the reason for this is you can buy much cheaper cuts of meat and vegetables and still make a delicious meal, because something about that slow cooking process just makes the food taste amazing no matter what you've put in that dish. Another thing that makes slow cookers great is that they make fantastic meals and for minimal effort. Like literally just throw stuff in there, a bit of seasoning, a bit of spices, and Bob's your uncle. Before you know it, you have a nice delicious meal a few hours later without spending hours grinding in the kitchen. Slow cookers also use a lot less energy than your traditional oven, which will definitely help you to save some money on your utility bills. Another great way for you to save money on your expenses is to shop at discount stores and cheaper places. So Aldi and Lidl will be your best friend when it comes to groceries. I switched to Aldi many years ago now, and I never went back. So before that, I used to shop at Tesco. Now me and Aldi were best friends, although even saying that though, of late their prices have gone up, so I can only imagine how expensive it is right now to shop at Tesco, because even shopping at Aldi, I've seen the difference over the last year. Another surefire way to save money on your expenses quickly at home is to review your subscriptions. Are there things that you're paying for that you're not using? If so, now's the time to consider cancelling them altogether, or maybe downgrading the plan that you're on to suit your usage levels. So if it's something that you haven't looked at in a while, I've mentioned it in a number of videos before, but repetition is the best way to get things across and make sure people actually take action. So if you're one of those people that have heard this before and not taking action, let this be the video that you finally take action and review those subscriptions and cancel those ones that you're not using once and for all, and free up some of your money to put towards your other home expenses. Another way for you to reduce your expenses quickly around the home, if you don't yet do this, is to use cashback sites. Cashback sites are basically websites that give you money back on the money you spend at certain retailers. So I like to use cashback sites like Top Cashback, but there's also great ones like Quidco and Cheddar that give you a lot of cashback across so many different retailers. You can literally sign up to all of them because there's probably bound to be one of the retailers that you use in one program and not in the other. The more cashback sites that you're signed up to, the more cashback that is going to be available to you. So it costs you nothing to sign up, but you can literally get some of that money back on the purchases that you were going to make anyway, which will therefore then free up some of your money to put towards your your other more important expenses. I'll include a few of those cashback site links in the description box below, so if you're yet to sign up to any of them, definitely click those links in the description box below in order to sign up and start getting some cashback on those purchases that you're already going to make. Another quick way to save money on your expenses at home is to buy in bulk. If you're one of those people that only buy what you need, you might be costing yourself a lot of money in doing so. So what you want to do, depending on the item, if it's a non-perishable item or it's one of those items that have long shelf life, like rice and pasta and things of that nature, something that you use very often, there's no point buying small quantities regularly. You're better off buying in bulk and keeping it at home, because that way it's going to work out a lot cheaper for you and you're going to save so much more money. Now this is for my meat lovers. If you're somebody like me that doesn't feel like you've had dinner unless there's meat on your plate, now's the time to start considering vegan options or vegetarian options. Not every single meal has to have meat within it. If you eat a few less meals a week with meat, you're going to find yourself saving so much more money on your grocery bill, which means that you're going to have a lot more money to put towards other home expenses. Another way for you to reduce some of those household expenses is to take advantage of free entertainment that's available to you. Like, it's not every single time you want to do something as a family or spend time with a loved one that you have to spend money. There's so many activities that you can do that don't require money, and if you just get creative with those ideas, you're going to find yourself enjoying without having to spend money. I did a post on my blog a while back around Valentine's Day, and it was sharing 30 different date night ideas that don't cost a penny, and you'll be surprised at so many things that you can do, particularly in and around London, that do not cost you money, from art galleries to museums to parks to nature trails. There's like so much going on in London that doesn't require money to be spent, and I think it will be a fun challenge to challenge yourself to plan a date night or plan a family day out without spending money. How are we going to do this? What are we going to do? What's the activity going to be? I'll add a link to that post with the 33 date night ideas in the description box below, just to get you started with looking for ideas and inspiration. The next one is one that I love to do myself at home, so for once I'm practicing what I preach, and that is to cut and style your hair at home. Just by learning how to do DIY when it comes to your hair, you're going to save yourself so much money each month. I know it doesn't work for everybody, and some of you watching this are going to be like, no, Tolu, that is where I draw the line. And that's totally fine. Take the meat and spit out the bone. Take the few tips that work for you, and the ones that don't, then fine, move along. But for those of you that are like, okay, where can I make savings in my budget? Self-care can be a very big expense each month, particularly for us females, particularly for us black females. So where you can, make cutbacks and sacrifices and learn to do things yourself. That's going to free up some of your money to put towards some of your other financial priorities. So for me, for example, I'm always DIYing when it comes to my hair. Very rarely do I go to hairdressers. That's probably a once or twice a year thing maximum for me. But yeah, I don't go to hairdressers, so that saves me a fortune. Another surefire way that you can save money on those home expenses is to meal plan and to batch cook. If this is something that you're yet to try, I really implore you to give it a go. You will be surprised at how much money you're able to save in your groceries just by being a bit organized and planning ahead when it comes to your meals for the week and for the fortnight. You can batch cook enough for that week and then cook enough to put in the freezer for another day, and you'll be surprised over time you can build up a bank of frozen foods ready to go, but equally you're going to save yourself so much more money. Another thing you want to do to reduce your expenses is to shop around when it comes to your bills. Now I know some of the bills at the moment there's nothing we can do about, like gas and electricity. Switching provider at the moment is not going to make a difference, and I believe a lot of the providers are not even allowing us to switch. But things like your internet, for example, broadband, you can switch that now. Now's the time to consider looking at the plan that you're currently on, looking at your usage and looking to see if there's different contracts available for you to take up elsewhere with a different service provider. Another way for you to reduce some of those household expenses is for you to dry your clothes outside. So now that the weather is starting to look a lot nicer, the sun is starting to shine a little bit, now's the time for you to take advantage of drying your clothes in the open air. Not only will they smell a lot nicer and fresher than they would in the tumble dryer, it's going to save you a lot more money than having to put loads of washing in the tumble dryer for them to dry that way instead. Another way to reduce some of those household expenses is to shop out of season. Yes, you and your children may not have the most trendiest of clothing by shopping in this way, but what you are going to do is save yourself a lot of money. So when it's winter, start shopping for summer. When it's summer, start shopping for winter. When you do that, first. That's when you're going to be able to take advantage of all the sales that are available at the different retailers, because what you don't want to do is shop in season, because when you do that, that's when you end up paying a premium. Those items are rarely discounted or on special offer. The special offers are always stuff that are going out of season, and that's the best time to pick up those bargains. Last but by no means least, another great way for you to save money on those household expenses is to use energy efficient appliances in your home. So energy saving appliances like your washing machine, dishwasher, or your refrigerator will use a lot less energy than traditional appliances, which over a period of time is definitely going to save you some money on your utility bills. So what I'm not suggesting you do at the end of this video is now go and buy a new washing machine and a new refrigerator and a new dishwasher because Tolly said I need the energy saving version. That's not the point I'm making here. If these items need to be replaced or are damaged in any way and it's time for you to get a new one, then is the time when you want to switch to the energy saving version. But if the one you've got right now is currently working, I'm not sure if the maths make sense for you to just throw out what you've got right now and buy a new energy saving version. But this is just something to note for the future, for when it is time to upgrade those appliances. Make sure you're getting the energy saving version of them. By doing this, you're going to save yourself some money on your utility bills. But I guess in conclusion, saving money around the house or on home expenses can be a challenge, but it's a challenge that I'm willing to accept and take on in order to find ways to reduce expenses, particularly like I said, as I'm going on maternity leave. So for me, finding ways to reduce my expenses is a must. Finding ways to increase my income is also a must, and that is something I'm going to be talking about a lot more on my channel over the coming months. So if you haven't yet subscribed, now's the segue for you to pause, hit that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell so that you don't miss a notification of any of the videos I release, because side hustling is something that I really want to be pursuing a lot more over the course of the rest of 2023, and I will be documenting and sharing that journey with you guys, of course, so that if there's any side hustles that I come across that I think will be good for you, I'll let you know about it. But for the time being, in today's video, we're talking about cutting expenses, and hopefully some of the points that I've shared really help you consider and start thinking of different ways that you can reduce your home expenses so that you have more money to put towards things that are actually important to you. But yeah, that's literally it again for another video. If you've made it this far in the video and you haven't yet given a thumbs up, you know what to do. Hit that thumbs up button, subscribe if you're yet to subscribe, share this video with at least one friend or family member, and I will see you soon for another video. Thanks for watching, guys. Bye.